I've been practicing HIIT pretty much since I started lifting, which is around 20 years, and I'm nearly 60 now. So almost 40 years I've been using myself, and then later on training other people from a variety of different people, from ladies that wanted to shape up and lose weight to professional athletes, professional bodybuilders, so a whole wide range of people that I've used the methods on and refined it over the years. I learned the method really from reading books by Arthur Jones, and then there was Mike Mentzer, who was Mr. Universe, who kind of was using the methods as well. And I took the principles which already existed and refined them by studying on myself, keeping records, keeping a diary, which I think is very, very useful, so you can see the feedback. What happens if you train a little bit more frequently or less frequency, or doing more volume and so on. So over the years I've refined it to a method that can work for everybody with a little variance. Of course, we're all individuals with different capacities, so we have to vary it to the individual, but the principles remain the same. So that's how I got the information, because there were, in the beginning, there was no internet. Now you have internet, you have almost too much information, and it can be confusing for people. And also you've got a lot of so many so-called experts on the internet with really no credentials, no experience, that are calling themselves coaches and trainers and making a living, but really having no background in order to do that. So you have to be careful with the information these days and decipher, because almost too much, as I say. In professional bodybuilding circles, when I was competing, I was known as the game changer. That was because I brought a new level of muscularity, size and condition to professional bodybuilding. And I did that by training average 45 minutes, 4 times a week, where many of my competitors were training 2 or 3 hours a day, around 6 days a week. So I proved that this method is more efficient, you get better results in a shorter period of time, and I believe I got the most out of my potential, where maybe some of my other competitors didn't, because they were spending too long in the gym and not following the principles of high intensity training. So the first pillar of the HIIT training is the intensity of the training. Second is the recovery. Third is the overcompensation. So there's a little story, an analogy that I use often in seminars, and it's very simplistic, but I think it gets the point across. So muscle growth is an adaptation to a stress. So you put an unusual stress on your body, in this case on the muscular system, in order to get a reaction. So the analogy is, let's say you have some sandpaper and you rub it on your palm until you break the skin and it's red and it's bleeding a little bit. If you allow that enough time for that to recover, then the skin in the end will be a little thicker, a little harder. You'll get calluses on your hand, like I have from lifting all the weights over the years. But let's say that you didn't allow enough time. First of all, the intensity, the stress needs to be adequate in order to cause a reaction, so you need to damage the skin a little bit. But let's say it's a little red and bleeding, and you don't quite allow enough time for recovery for that to heal, and you rub it again, you're really not going to get anywhere, you're just going to get some sore hands. So it's very simplistic, but it gets the point across. Another example is going out in the sun. Your body perceives a stress from the sun, so your skin will produce more melanin, make your skin a little darker to try to protect from the sun in the future. So that's basically what's happening with muscle growth. Your body senses that it's receiving a stress that it's not used to. Then it needs to recover from that stress and overcompensate to kind of protect itself in the future. So it's very important that you pass a certain threshold of effort or intensity, because if you're working within a zone of comfort, the body has no reason to react. The body always trying to keep the status quo, So you need a stress in order to recover. You need to be able to recover from that stress. So those are the pillars of the HIIT training. Apart from the obvious physical benefits you get of doing weight training, high intensity training, there are other benefits. You're going to learn to be consistent, you're going to learn discipline, and these can apply to really any other areas of your life. You need to have focus, you need to have discipline to succeed in anything, to succeed in business, in a relationship, anything in your life. This is going to make you a more positive and confident person, because you're going to face challenges in the gym and you're going to overcome the challenges, and then other challenges in life are going to seem easier. So you're going to get more than a physical benefit from the training system.